Step up in basis happens for all inherited property, not just from a revocable trust. Not always the case. So while it is often the case that inherited property, no matter how it's inherited, whether it's through a probate proceeding, either with or without a will, or whether it's inherited through a Ladybird deed, the deeds that I've been talking about a lot here on TikTok, or of course, if it's in a revocable trust, yes, normally you are going to get that step up in basis. However, irrevocable trusts have become a very popular estate planning tool, mainly for things like avoiding heavy burdens with estate taxes or potentially doing more advanced dynasty type planning. And in the years to come, if we do see a reduction in the exemption amount, so once that roughly $13 million amount may come down in 2026, it could go, many people are saying as low as 7, maybe even lower. So many more people are probably going to need to use irrevocable trusts in order to do more advanced tax planning. When you put property into an irrevocable trust, you're not always going to get that same step up in basis. That's not what's going to happen, especially if you put a home into an irrevocable trust. The IRS knows that we're already forming this type of trust in order to get a reduction in estate taxes. So you're not going to also be able to get the benefit of the step up in basis. So while it is true that oftentimes inherited property does get a step up in basis, it definitely depends, and it doesn't always get a step up in basis. So make sure when you're talking to your estate planning attorney about your planning, especially if it makes sense with your planning to do something like an irrevocable trust, if this is something that's important to you, make sure you voice this as a question, because it may not be the case with your particular planning that you are going to get the step up in basis. So it's an important thing to ask. All right, if anyone has more questions like this or any other questions related to estate planning or probate or elder law, please contact my office if you're in Florida at atCAUSE Law. The link is in my bio.